What's up, Internet? It's Will Shocker on a mission to shock the world with fantastic content. And today I decided to make a little guide video for anybody who might be new to Ragnarok Online. So if you're playing RO for the first time and you're not sure what to do and you're not sure how to start, the game does not really tell you what to do, but I'm going to make some suggestions so that you have a fairly good experience with the game. So I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days, and I've given it a lot of thought, and I decided that the best way to begin the game as a new player is to start with an archer. Okay, you want to make an archer. You want to get to well, not level, but you want to reach 99 dex. Okay. You'll probably be around level 60 to 65 by the time you get to 99 dex. That seems to be about the average. I would start with double strafe as your first ability. Get double strafe to level 10. Get you some fire arrows. Get a composite bow from an NPC. 3-slotted composite bow is just fine. Get yourself some Fracon. Get 7 pieces of Fracon. Upgrade the composite bow to +7. Fire arrows, go to Payon. 2 maps south of Payon is the Wolves map, and just start double strafing Wolves. Depending on the rates of your server, you'll level up pretty quickly. Double strafing Wolves with fire arrows and a +7 composite bow. They should die in 2 to 3 double strafes. If you have to sit for SP, go ahead and sit for SP, but you probably won't have to very frequently. They also drop strawberries, so you can use the strawberries to replenish your HP to replenish your SP to continue using more double strafes. And wolves will take you to about level 40. I would say they start slowing down around level 40, and then by the time you're level 40. You should be able to buy yourself a Gakung, the 1-slotted level 3 Gakung bow from a bow dealer. And then you can go to the Geographer's map. You get to Geographer's by teleporting to the city called Yuno. You take the west route to the airport. You go to the airport in Yuno, take the airship to Einbrock, and then you go 1 map north of Einbrock to reach the Geographer map. So you want to use fire arrows still with a Gakung bow, 99 dex, and just keep double strafing Geographers. By that point, you'll probably have Owl's Eye level 10 and Vulture's Eye level 10. Then you want to start working on improved concentration, get that to level 10, and you want at least level 1 arrow shower. So I recommend maybe job level 41 or job level 42. If you want to go all the way to job 50, then go ahead and get your level 9 arrow shower. That deals more damage, but you won't be using it very frequently, so it really doesn't matter if you go to job level 50 or job level 42. Usually archers can get by with just going to job level 42. That way you unlock your second class much more quickly and you start having more fun with the game. So that's my suggestion. Start with an archer, level it at wolves, then level it at geographers, and by the time you're at level 65-ish, it's time to move on from geographers. Now, most people are going to say that you should make a hunter. I'm going to go against that advice and say you should make a bard or a dancer. And there's a couple reasons why. Number one, bards and dancers are more useful in party settings. So if you want to play with friends or if you want to play with, other people, then you're going to be probably 10 times more useful as a bard or a dancer than you will be as a hunter. So right now it's a party meta. Many servers have lots of active parties all the time, and those parties are going to be looking for bards and dancers to be in their group, but they're gonna struggle to invite hunters because hunters only deal damage. They don't have any supporting abilities. So I'm gonna say your first character right out the gate should be a bard or a dancer. The other reason is they can deal just as much damage as hunters. They can still reach 99 dex. They can still equip the orc archer's bow, which I'll get to in a minute. They can still equip all of the equipment that hunters can use, like the Yule's cap, the bow thimbles, the binoculars, and all that, right? So they deal just as much damage. The only downside is when they turn into clowns and gypsies, they don't get falcon eyes that snipers get, which is a 20% damage increase. So you're getting a little bit of a trade-off there. Snipers deal more damage than clowns and gypsies overall. So you're taking a slight damage hit, but they're still able to solo all things that are relevant to solo. They can still solo Raydrix. They can still solo Therafrogs. They can still solo Marks. They can still solo Stings. They can still solo Enchanted Peach Trees, Zipper Bears, Cahos, anything in the game that, you know, is low level that you want to farm. They can do Hill Winds. They can do... what else do people farm? For they could do Mavkas, you know, and oftentimes the bard and the dancer will do better than the hunter, which is another reason why I would suggest a bard or dancer, is because they have a higher SP pool. You know, this little blue bar at the bottom, the SP. I have over 1,200 SP. That's a lot. Okay, if I switch over to my level 99 sniper, I guarantee you I will not have 1,200 SP. Anyway, gypsies and clowns have way, way, way more SP than snipers do. So that's another reason why bard and dancer is better than hunter for a new player. Because you get more SP. More SP means more double strafes. More double strafes means higher kill speed, and so on. So, so let's say you are a level 65 bard or dancer. What should you do? Okay. Well, your focus is going to be on gearing up. You want to get... I think the first thing you should get is an undershirt and panty. You get undershirts from Pasanas, and you get panties from Zerums. On most servers, they're pretty affordable, so you might be able to just buy it for maybe 100k Zenny or so and build from there. Once you have your undershirt and panty, you want to look at your stats. Your dexterity should be 99, and then your agility should be fairly high. I'm not going to recommend too much intelligence early on for a new player because... you're going to be soloing most of the time, and agility is better for soloing. So, I want to say around level 65, 70. Let me check Orc Archer's damage. Orc Archer, they deal 310 to 390 damage. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable recommending that you kill these guys right off the get-go. They might be a little bit too strong. So here's what I would recommend. Let's see. Okay, so if you're a new player, your priority is to get to level 99 as fast as you can so that you can become a clown or a gypsy, and then hopefully get into the mid to high 90s as a clown or gypsy, and then start farming your PvP stuff and then doing some PvP. Because Ragnarok is at its best when you are playing the PvP meta. I strongly believe that even if you're not necessarily a PvP kind of person, if you feel anxious about it, if you don't like PvP, it's still a good idea to progress your character towards that, because it is a lot of fun, and give it a try, give it a chance. Don't feel discouraged about it. Nobody's good at it at first, you know. But definitely be looking forward to doing some PvP on your character. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. I want to say once you have an undershirt and panty, and you might want to stay at geographers for a little while. There's got to be a better monster than geographers to kill up into your 70s. Like from 65 to 70, I want to say there are other ways to level. My recommendation actually is to kill monsters that drop gear that you want, or kill monsters that drop cards that you want. And that should be your general strategy as a new player. So I would recommend Porkelios. Monster for Porkelio. They drop 5,000 experience. That's not bad. That's really not bad. 5,000 is okay. It'll add up over time. You want to get yourself a Porkelio card. Well, you're not going to have access to a slotted undershirt or a slotted panty to use the Porkelio. So that's kind of probably not the best idea for a new player. Let me think about this a little more. New player, doesn't have an Orc Archer's Bow, doesn't have slotted panties. You're going to be a little limited. I would say Hillwinds. I would give Hillwinds a try. From there, give Hillwinds a try. You should be able to, let me see, Hillwind. They have 4,000 health. You might be able to drop them in 2 to 3 double strafes, and they probably won't deal too much damage to you. Beast. Okay. Yeah, let's say Hillwinds. So let's say you have a +4, +5 Gakung. You have undershirt and panty combo. You have 99 dex. You're getting your agility. You're level 65. Go to Hillwinds and just kill Hillwinds ad nausea until about level 80 to level 90 or so. By that point, you will have so much Zenny that you will not struggle to buy some things that you might need. For example, strawberries. Strawberries are very good to buy. Ooh, a bow thimble. Strawberries are good to buy so you can restore your mana. You can get yourself that slotted panty that I was talking about and hunt yourself a Porkelio card. By the time you're level 80 to level 90, you might have enough agility to dodge Orc Archers, so you can start working towards your Orc Archer Bow. Orc Archer Bow is very strong. It increases attack power by 50% if you're using a steel arrow. As you can see, I'm using a steel arrow, and I am using the fire converters to increase my damage by endowing the Orc Archer Bow with fire property for 30 minutes. That's how I'm able to deal 5,000 damage to these stings. Now, if you're running Orc Archer Bow and 99 dex and you have Earth Endow, you can kill Hillwinds probably in one hit. I would not be surprised if you can one-shot Hillwinds at that point, because they don't have a whole lot of defense. Hillwind defense is 10. Sting defense is 5. So, you know, you'll probably be one-shotting them, as you can see here. I would say, you know, as a new player, Hillwinds to 99. You know, forget it. Now, let's say, for example, you get to level 80, level 90, and you're strong enough to go kill Orc Archers, and you get yourself a Orc Archer's Bow. You can continue doing Hillwinds. That's fine. But you can also do Enchanted Peach Trees. You could do Stings. I strongly am in favor of using Stings to 99 because they're good. They're good experience. The gloves drop are useful. You can use the gloves yourself, sell the ones that you get extra. So Stings are a very solid option. Pasanas are good. If you want to do water property and kill Pisanas for a few Pisana cards, that could be very good. And so I've given you a few options to get to level 99 already. There are other options, of course, but those can be pretty lucrative. Personally, if I said, hey, I want to be a little bit more patient, I would say Hill Winds to 99 is perfectly valid. Reason being is the Zenny influx is consistent enough. It'll add up over time. You'll end up with tens of millions of Zenny, and then you'll be able to get yourself whatever gear you want. You might even be able to kill enough Hill Winds to buy an Orc Archer's bow instead of hunting it yourself. So that's another very good option. I would say kill Hill Winds until you have enough Zenny to buy an Orc Archer bow. Buy an Orc Archer bow. Either keep doing Hill Winds or start doing Stings. And you're going to be looking good at that point. Stings, you can get yourself some gloves. Gloves, you can maybe buy some Zerum cards if you have enough Zenny. But generally speaking, you just want to grind to level 99. And then you want to transcend and turn into a clown or a gypsy. And then just continue either doing Hill Winds or Stings. I have personally leveled up several characters to level 99 just on Stings alone. And I've gotten over 20 gloves on this server because I've leveled Sniper, Stalker, Clown, and Gypsy all on Stings. So Stings are very good. You get the glove drops, and the glove drops can power your economy from there. So let's talk about PvP. Okay. I would recommend for a PvE build, 99 Dex, 70 to 90 Agility, depending on your preference, and then the rest of it goes into Intelligence. If you are playing for PvP, however, I would strongly recommend ditching the damage build and going for a full support build. Let's say you're 99-70 and you're no longer killing monsters. You would want, well, it depends on whether you're a clown or a gypsy, but let's say clown. Clown, I would say, wants 120 total intelligence, including blessing, maybe 130, depending on how high you can push it. You want at least 97 vitality, probably bump it up to 100 so that you get a good Apple of Iden. You want a little bit of dex, maybe 50 to 100 total dex, depending on how it works out with blessing and increased concentration. You could probably manage to get 100 vitality, 100 dex, 110, 120 intelligence, and the rest maybe into agility, maybe 40 to 50 agility overall. That way you get a stronger Assassin's Cross of Sunset, and that would be a pretty solid build. Gypsy similarly wants very high intelligence. You want 110 to 120 intelligence. Not so much dex. You don't need as much dex on a Gypsy. The attack speed is affected by dex. So you actually do want some dexterity on Gypsy. So let's say maybe 100 dex to maybe 150 dex or so. So you might actually want to max dexterity to 99 on a Gypsy. Well, I'll have to revisit that. I'll have to do some research. But generally speaking, you want maybe 100 agility, 100 vitality. You want some intelligence for the service for you. Maybe 50 to 100 intelligence. You probably want some high dex for the Please Don't Forget Me. Agility, dexterity. You want high dexterity. You want high agility. Very hard, because Gypsy wants vitality, agility, dexterity, and intelligence at high levels. So figure that out. It's been a while since I made a Gypsy, competitively speaking, so I may not have the most up-to-date advice, but that's the general direction you want to look at. Here's my fire endowment, improved concentration, authoritative badge. I'm cruising. Cruising for a bruising. So yeah, if you're a new player, make a bard or a dancer. Save yourself a lot of trouble. You'll be welcome in parties. Your leveling path is pretty consistent and easy because you have 99 decks. Your PvE options are numerous. You can pretty much farm anything in the game if you want to. You can go kill Ghost Ring if you want to. You can do PvP very well. They're very good in PvP. And there's really nothing that they're bad at. I would just say maybe they have slightly less damage than snipers. So you probably don't want to go to like... I mean, you could technically go to Valkyries as a clown or gypsy and competently kill Valkyries with Curse Water and an Orc Archer's bow. That is doable, but the sniper is going to be, you know, substantially faster at killing things. Sniper is going to have much higher damage output than a clown or gypsy, but in my opinion, it's worth it to trade off the damage for the utility and the supportive abilities of a bard or dancer or clown gypsy compared to the sniper, which is really only providing ankle snare in competitive gameplay. So that's just about everything I wanted to say. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I want to gear this towards new players who may not be 100% familiar with RO. I can make some gear recommendations though. Odin's Blessing, Volleys, and Vidars is a good combination because it increases your SP recovery and increases your SP. Yule's Cap is good because it reduces your SP cost by 10%. I like the Incubus and Succubus combo because it increases your SP recovery, your max SP, and your max health to make you a little bit more tanky, and your HP regeneration as well. So that's pretty good. An alternative would be the Undershirt and Panty combo. If your server has the Dragon Manto and Dragon Armor, those are good. But Undershirt and Panty, generally speaking, with a Whisper card in the Undershirt and a Porkelio card in the Panty, is going to do a whole lot for you because you'll get a lot of extra damage. I think the Whisper card is nice because clowns and gypsies struggle a little bit with Flee. So the Whisper card really helps with that. Both Imbles are good. I like both Imbles, but you can also use gloves, slotted gloves with Zerum cards to just push your decks a little bit higher. Obviously the Orc Archer's bow. Fish and Mouth is nice. You can use fresh fish to heal yourself. That's what I use. They pay for themselves pretty easily. So that's a good investment right there too. Binoculars. You should be able to buy binoculars from another player. There is a quest to make them yourself, but I find it's easier to just farm up the Zenny and buy the binoculars. That's a very good piece of equipment for an archer class. And yeah, that's my quick beginner's guide. Make an archer, make a bard or dancer, gear it up, do hill winds, do stings. You could also do Minotaurs or Pisanas if you like. You could do Verets if you want. You can do, what else is good? If you have a party, you could go basically anywhere. You could go to Ice Dungeon, Medusas. You could go to Cursed Abbey pretty easily, unless you need to do the quest, which, you know, is a real pain in the neck doing the Nameless Abbey quest, but that's a conversation for another video. And yeah, you know, like I said, leave a comment if you have questions, and have a great day.